This video will detail how to make a chai-spiced pumpkin bun cake with a brown butter glaze. This is an incredibly moist and flavorful cake with a few added spices that are reminiscent of the aromatic Indian drink masala chai. Start by washing your hands with soap and water in order to prevent the spread of bacteria. Then preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Start by whisking together 3/4 cups all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons baking soda, ½ teaspoon salt, 2 teaspoons ground cinnamon, ½ teaspoon each of ground ginger, ground cloves, ground nutmeg, and ground allspice, and 1 1/4 teaspoon cardamom in a large bowl. Then set this aside for later. In another bowl, add 4 large eggs, 1 cup vegetable oil, 1 cup dark brown sugar, 3/4 cup granulated sugar, and 1 15-ounce can pumpkin puree. Also add 1 teaspoon vanilla extract and whisk together. Pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients and whisk until completely combined. Now pour the prepared cake batter into a greased 9.5 to 10-inch bundt pan and smooth the top so that the batter is evenly distributed. Place in the preheated oven and let the cake bake for approximately 45 to 60 minutes. The type of heat transfer occurring while the cake is baking is convection, as heat is transferred by the motion of fluid. The circulation of warm and cool air creates a continuous current that evenly distributes heat throughout the cake. It's important that the cake is baked thoroughly in order to prevent the spread of foodborne illnesses, as the cake batter contains uncooked flour and raw eggs, which can be contaminated with bacteria. Baking the cake at a high enough temperature ensures that this bacteria is killed so that the cake is safe to eat. To check that your cake is fully baked, gently press on the center of the cake with a few fingers to see if it springs back. Once done, remove from the oven and allow to cool for 2 hours inside the pan. Then invert the slightly cooled bundt cake onto a wire rack or serving dish and allow the cake to cool completely. For the glaze, melt 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter over medium heat, stirring occasionally. Once melted, the butter will begin to foam. Keep stirring it occasionally, and after 5 to 8 minutes, the butter will begin browning. The browning occurs due to the Maillard reaction, a non-enzymatic browning reaction which occurs between the casein protein and lactose sugar. This reaction yields a darker color as the milk solids brown and leads to the development of a distinct nutty aroma. Once browned, remove the butter from the heat immediately and allow to cool for 5 minutes. Then add a 1/4 teaspoon pure vanilla extract, 1 1/2 cups confectioner sugar, and 3 tablespoons of milk. Whisk this until smooth. Add more confectioner sugar or milk for a thicker or thinner texture depending on your desired consistency. Pour the glaze over the bundt, and for an optional added crunch, sprinkle chopped raw or toasted pecans on top. Then allow the glaze to set. The finished cake can then be stored at room temperature for a couple of days or in the fridge for up to 5 days. Now cut a slice and enjoy this perfectly spiced, moist, and delicious cake.